Okay, where are we and what are we doing? Well, DayZ stress test, so this is 0.63. Where we are, this is the bridge just south of Vibor. Yeah, reason why I thought I'd just start filming here is because this is where we all used to spawn in the pre-alpha. I was part of the pre-alpha testing of DayZ Standalone, invited by Brian Hicks. I played yesterday for must be 4, maybe 5 hours, and I am very well kitted. A bit of clipping there. So what do we got? Wearing the press vest. It would be nice if that was the UK assault vest, but hey, you got pockets. I can probably find one of those in the northwest airfield. Nice TSO jacket and matching trousers and the huge, humongously large Alice backpack. I think it's the largest in the game. Rocking FNX 45 and of course an AKM. Haven't got any toys on it yet. I've yet to figure out how to do this bit. There's obviously a bit of work I've got to do for that. Can I put a bayonet on it? No. Okay, just check. Lots of ammo. Some matches, lockpick, and can opener. Gotta have the can opener. I am well fed, well watered. Haven't got a... Still running the original PET bottle that I got right at the very early part of the gameplay yesterday. Now, a few things happened that was interesting yesterday. I met at least 3 players, and none of them killed on sight. That was, I thought, pretty cool. All of them friendly, just said hello. We went our separate ways. I'm not a great one for teaming up, but that was nice. Way back in the mod, in the very, very earliest days of the mod, before it became very, very popular, that's how people played, a little more cooperatively. And then of course it became incredibly popular. You know, millions of copies of armor were sold, and then of course millions of copies of Axit time, always use axes. Millions of copies of Standalone were sold. Did he just disappear, or have I just lost sight of him? Oh well. So, still playing on the stress test servers. It's nice that they're up for a little longer. I don't know why I'm going to loot this. What the heck do I need? I don't need any of this. I just need to travel. Get up to the northwest airfield. Put that away now. Running more smoothly. But yeah, whether or not people will be friendly when you're this far west, I don't know. Probably not. I know people near the coast were relatively friendly. You know, people having their own game, which was fun. Sun's only just come up, looking beautiful. I'm not quite sure how much more beautiful it is now than it was months ago. I don't know how much of that is the fact that now the game runs so much more smoothly, you can turn your settings right up. I'm not... View distance yesterday was incredibly long, so I assume that's how this is set up. Really nice long view distance. You could see the radio tower from, gotta be 2-3 kilometers out. I prefer not to have zombie interactions, to be honest. I know I'm well armed, but zombies are best avoided. And clearly, you know, things are moving along. I can't stop looting. I've got to try and stop looting. I'm heavy enough. Fence. Heavy enough as it is without. There's a gap. Without having more stuff. You want to have a decent amount of water on you up in the north west airfield. There used to be a couple of water pumps there. There was down by the barracks on what's the near side from where I'm coming from. There was a water. There was water there, and then if you ran out of the airfield to what was this one, I always called them prisons, but many people call them the camo building, out on its own. There was a water thing there, so you could survive doing the whole northwest airfield that way. But the thing is now, the airfield is vast. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Yeah, it's much more complex. It takes a good amount of time to search the two-story barracks. There's not an overabundance of kit. I don't even know what I need. That vest is pretty much all I need now. Change the pressed vest, the blue pressed vest for... It would be nice if because you can't repair your clothing at the moment. Ordinarily, I wouldn't be wearing damaged and badly damaged gear. And I think every time I've attempted to repair... take a slurp of my coffee. Yeah, every time I've attempted to repair my either a backpack or clothing, they've just gone into the item rather than being able to drag it over to the combine and then to do the thing. So yeah, bugs. And not feature complete, which is, of course it's covered by a picture of me, but down here there's a stitch logo and a hammer, and I'm not quite sure what that's for. Come on, stand up, thank you. So yeah, as we know, this is stress test. They're stressing server, not features, so many of the features are turned off. A lot of the features are turned off. You know, we've got water, hydration, we've got food, health, blood, and stamina, but we don't have sickness and we don't have temperature. So two on the bottom right hand corner, hang on, no, opposite, that corner, right over there. We've got the two middle of them there, which is the like I'm sick. Well, you also don't get wet. You don't get damp. Again, I guess that's coming in with temperature. But you don't get damp. You're not going to be wringing out your clothes and stuff. Also, at the moment, because there's no sickness, you can drink from any water source. In fact, that's probably a good idea. What I tend to do, I've always done it this way, is you drink from a bottle and then you fill the bottle. I'm never quite sure how much fluid I'm taking on board if I'm just doing the sip. Where at least this way, I know I'm drinking a litre of water. I do love the idea that this is flowing now. Isn't that great? I know it's a simple little thing. Hang on. First person. F to fill. So, yeah. Not all of the features that work in the game are turned on, but I'm just happy this runs smoothly. Look at this. One thing I've noticed at night, I can no longer navigate by the stars. Have they changed the sky map at night? Because ordinarily, I mean, I'm no astronomer, but I can normally spot the different constellations. And of course, if you find the plough, because we're supposedly in the northern hemisphere. You find the plough. It tells you where the North Star is. So navigating at night, on a clear night, when when there's a little cloud and you can see the stars, you should be able to figure out where you're going. You should be able to figure out where north is. But at night time, I look around and the stars almost appear to be random dots rather than any recognisable star system. These buildings are bugged at the moment. They don't appear to have the correct textures on, and you can't go inside, although the inside of the building is there. See, can't go in. And the textures are bugged. So there's something missing with this. You can look inside, you can see there's stuff in there. Did watch a little video on YouTube and people were like jumping at this wall and getting in. Another thing for people who are playing and they want a relatively low risk, relatively high reward, but very repetitive way of getting military kit. These guys have kit in them. It's really boring to go all the way around the perimeter, but if you don't want to go in, because they're like every 100 yards, you go up to the top, and there we go. There's a pistol and a pair of combat boots. What boots am I wearing? Oh, exactly the same, so I won't need those. And of course it gives you the opportunity to have a look around. But yeah, these guys, you could do the entire perimeter of any military base, and these guys have loot in. Good supply of ammunition if you're in the AKM. I went up, there's a very, very tall radio tower up in the northeast. I went up there and found something that was quite cool. Back in the pre-alpha and the very early days of standalone, it was as if kit was sprinkled down from on top. So the higher you were in the building, the better the kit was. And then it would be less and less important as you work your way down the building. Not a feature I've seen since, but I don't want to loot all of these. It takes a good 20-25 minutes of opening doors and running through. What do I actually want? I want a UK assault vest, or one of the other multi-pocket vests. There's another one which I can't remember the name of, where it has slots at the front for ammunition. Let's do the top first. Wait, open the door. And this is incredibly repetitive. There are so many buildings here. I think possibility that it needs some thought put to destroying a few of them, so there's less of them. But then people are going to set up camp. People are going to fortify these at some point. I imagine having one of these blockhouses and completely... Oh, it's raining. Completely fortifying the thing. There's not an overabundance of loot. In fact, this one so far hasn't had any loot. And I'm running out of things to say because I am... Ooh. You attached to? Tactical bacon. I watched a video on YouTube about someone with some real tactical bacon with that label on it. God, the stuff looks horrid inside. Yeah, I don't need that. Really looks nasty. You have to sort of like fry it up. Nothing in that one. Doesn't look like there have been people here before me because doors are closed. But maybe that the central economy hasn't put anything up here. you never know what's going on and what little tweaks they're making. You know, what we're seeing here is not representative. Does not represent final gameplay in any way, shape or form. This is merely a taster, almost like a teaser of what's coming. They're running these servers to stress the servers out. Well, I don't think there's anything in that one. Sorry, I'm bored. That way or that way? There's some regular ones that way. Can't remember. Don't know the layout yet. I've been up here half a dozen times. Can't remember the layout. I'm after some more regular. Ooh, the Zed's over there. I still haven't really figured out an effective way of fighting Zeds with an axe. I just seem to flail about. I mean, but I nearly always get tapped. Where with 6.2, I pretty much had it sorted. I knew what I was doing with my axe. I could just sneak up behind someone, a Z, and give them a little gentle tap on the back of the head. And at the moment, with the new animations and things, I haven't quite got that sorted yet. There's a lot of flailing about. Something I've noticed about these buildings, I'm very tall. If you look out my height, my eye line to that door, I appear, and it's almost like my head's brushing against the ceiling. I don't know quite what's happened to the magazine. No, one of those. I just got rid of a whole load of that. I'm not going to bother with her. I know it's collect all the things. Aha, I'm having you there. No, don't get one of those. But yes, I appear to be very tall, as if I'm about to bash my head against that doorpost. That lintel. Wasn't always that way with this model, so. One. How many years have I been playing this game and I get caught out by that bit of tile every goddamn time? Anyway. There's another one over there. So, things to look at. Oh, your jacket and thing. By the way, those wondering what I'm doing when I go up to an article clothing and just do that, I'm checking to see if there's anything in the pockets. Really important in the early portion of the game, when every single item and choice you make is important. When you're picking up all the things your pockets could possibly handle. You know, discovering a can of Pepsi or a can of food in the jacket and the pocket of a jacket you wouldn't ordinarily pick up can be kind of important. Yesterday's gameplay, I almost died right at the beginning. My early gameplay was really poor, something I'm normally really good at. And I had water flashing red. I had food flashing red a little bit later after I filled up with some water in a pond, but I had about 3 or 4 cans on me, but no way of opening them. And I had to go in. I went into Electro, which is not something I would ordinarily do. I normally avoid the big cities on the south, but I sort of had to. I had to get in and find some way, because I didn't have a melee weapon. You know, fist fighting the zombies is never good. It's not big and it's not clever. So, and that's when, of course, I ran into people, because, of course, that's why I normally avoid cities, because they got people in them, and people can be arseholes. We know the zombies are arseholes. They're meant to be arseholes. People, on the other hand, have a choice to be an arsehole or not. Unfortunately, everyone I met decided not to be an arsehole, which was cool. It's very cool, actually. I'm really pleased with that. I met people, we said hello, you know, they asked if I needed any help. By the point I saw them, I didn't need help. And when I said that I wanted to carry on playing alone, you know, you go your way, I'll go mine, they were happy to do that. I'm really quite impressed. I know some people play DayZ as a combat game, but I think if zombies are really mean, you don't really need the person-on-person stuff. People will always do it, of course. I do like the F to pick up. I didn't like it at first. I've been so used to using the scroll wheel. But another combat knife. This is just me looting. Sorry guys, it's not going to be very exciting unless I meet someone. Ugh. People. Don't like people. Don't know why I come in this one. I must never find anything in it. Oh no, I'm wrong. Given the abilities of the engine, you should see your face. Last time I did a video it was grey and raining. Looks like it's going to be grey and raining today as well. Oh, there's a zombie. Bye bye. But yeah, apart from the combat vest and the fact that my clothing is not in very good condition, not bad. You know, I'm up in the northwest airfield again, same place I was last time I did a video. Thanks, by the way, to the messages, the handful of people who watched my last video. Yeah, I'm going to carry on playing through in a bit, I think, and that was just a little update. Maybe next time I'll do a bit of video of early game, because I'll possibly kill this character off. We're actually on a server, so my character was remembered from the day before, which is cool. But yeah, signing off, I guess. Trying to keep these videos a little shorter than they used to be in the old days. But yeah, I'm enjoying DayZ again. I really am. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.